Hello guys, today in this video, we are going to help you to find out the best car accessories and gadgets in market. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their quality, durability, customer review, and more. If you want to see their price and find out more information about them, you can check our links in the description below. Number 8. Best Tech Inverter. Most cars have USB ports these days, but one you won't find is a 3-pin UK main socket. So if you need to power something that can't be charged via USB, such as a laptop or your DSLR battery, then you need an inverter. These gadgets convert your car's 12V DC electricity supply to 240 VAC or 110V for US models. The Bestech 300 double inverter delivers, as the name suggests, 300 dolly. But if you want to connect anything over 150 dolly, you'll need clips to attach it directly to your car battery. That's enough to power a laptop, TV, or camping fridge. But always check the power consumption of your device before connecting it. Products such as travel irons, hair dryers, and straighteners need too much power and can't be used. As well as the main socket, there's one on the UK model, 2 on the US version. There are 2 USB ports with each providing 2.4 of power, enough to charge 2 iPads at the same time. A switch on the back lets you turn off the inverter instead of unplugging it from your car's accessory socket, and the internal fan isn't too noisy. If you can't find this exact model, there's a very similar gray version claiming to be Amazon brand for roughly the same price. Number 7. Moshi Quick Duo. USB car chargers that plug into a vehicle's 12V accessory, or if you're old-fashioned like me, cigarette lighter, socket are common and cheap. But with the latest phones able to charge considerably faster than they used to, traditional car chargers aren't up to the job. Moshi's Quick Duo is though. It offers 36 V of power shared across 2 ports, one the old style and the other being the new USB-C. Not many phones need more than 36 dolly to fast charge. The iPhone 13 range caps at 27 dolly. But it would have been nice to have had a little more power, as you can't truly fast charge 2 phones at once, especially if they're 2 Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultras, for example, which would require 45 dolly each. It's also a bit pricey, but does look good and has overcharge protection. Number 6. Moto Vast. It has an 8.2 and 1080p screen, though not a 16:9 aspect ratio, and uses a camera built into the rear of the device with a Sony sensor and a 28mm lens. This gives a bright, zoomed-in view of the road ahead and makes it a lot easier to see in poor conditions, including when it's raining. Unlike some built-in systems, there are no warnings when hazards are detected, so you won't get alerts if a pedestrian is spotted. However, this also means no false warnings, as you sometimes get with those systems. You can use the suction cup to mount it to your windscreen, or the silicone base so it sits on your dashboard. In testing, we found we had to attach the 3 included sticky pads to stop it moving when cornering or braking hard. The unit can be powered via your car's 12V accessory socket or via the OBD port, and both cables are included. There's a second camera input on the cable, which is for a rear-facing camera. You can buy a kit, including the 720 rear camera, separately for an extra $100. Buttons on top of the unit allow you to adjust brightness and contrast, switch between front and rear cameras, and rotate the screen, which you'll need to do if you use the suction cup mount instead of the base. Another button switches between color and black and white. The display is about the size of a rear-view mirror, so it's quite large, and it takes a bit of getting used to glancing at it while you're driving. If you already have a car with extraordinarily powerful headlights, you may not need the Vast, but in many cars it really does enhance vision at night, even when there's street lighting. If there's a negative, it's that the camera has limited adjustment, so the screen has to be roughly parallel with your windscreen. You can't turn it much before the camera isn't pointing at the road anymore. Moto says this is intentional to ensure that the camera doesn't shake and cause a blurry image on screen. Build quality is below what you might expect at this price, with cheap-feeling buttons and suction mount. Also note that the Vast isn't a dash cam which records video, it's just a monitor. The ability to judge distance is reduced at night. About 90% of the driver's decisions are made based on what they see. However, at night, limited light causes many issues of visibility, in turn increasing the number of accidents. According to the European Commission for the Automotive Industry, 50% of the accidents occur at night. A majority of the road accidents that happen at night occur due to poor visibility. According to the Department of Transportation, more than 38,000 car crashes occurred each year due to poor driving visibility. Fog, snow, and heavy rain are all factors that feed into these statistics, which unfortunately claim hundreds of lives annually. Number 5. Audi Velox MagSafe Charger. If you own an iPhone 12 or 13 and want to use its built-in magnets with a car mount, you have a very limited choice. Although Audi's Velox isn't certified for MagSafe charging, it does allow your iPhone to be securely mounted and charged wirelessly. It does this using 7.5 dWh wireless charging rather than MagSafe, but even Belkin's mount offers only 2.5 dWh more. You can mount your phone vertically or horizontally, depending upon how you prefer your sat-nav app displayed, and the prongs grip tightly to virtually any air vent. Under the soft-feel plastic is aluminum, which helps to dissipate heat from your phone, a particular issue in the summer when using sat-nav apps and charging at the same time. If there's a slight niggle, it's the captive USB-C cable, which means it cannot be disconnected from the mount. A problem if the cable gets damaged. USB-C isn't ideal for cars, which typically have the older USB-A ports, but there's a USB-C charger included in the box which fits into your car's 12-DIL accessory socket. Or you could just buy an adapter to convert USB-C to USB-A if your accessory socket is already used for a dash cam. Number 4. Amazon Echo Auto. The Auto and Amazon Echo for your car. If you have Echos at home and use them a lot, you'll like one in your car too. It's easy to set up and use, but does require that your car has either Bluetooth or an aux-in port, so you can hear Alexa's voice and any streamed music through your car speakers. It's also important to note that you need your phone to provide the internet connection for Alexa, but the Auto is more convenient than simply using the Alexa app on your phone because it's hands-free and you don't have to wake your phone first, which is illegal while driving in some countries. Though it can provide spoken directions, that isn't the Auto's strength. It's simply having Alexa available for all the usual things such as playing music, setting reminders, communicating with friends and family, and even for smart home gadgets. It's useful to be able to ask Alexa to turn on your heating while you drive home, for example. Number 3. Ring RTC 2000. Traditional foot pumps or even inflators that plug into your car's 12V socket aren't as convenient as battery-powered models. It's another gadget that's possible because of the now ubiquitous lithium-ion battery. Ring is a well-established British brand, and its RTC 200 delivers up to 120 psi, way more than you'll ever need for your car. It takes few minutes to top up a car tire from, say, 20 to 30 psi and has enough power to do this on all 4 wheels. In testing, it took well under a minute to add 1 psi. Ring says it will inflate a bike tire from flat in 2 minutes. It may be able to pump up a car tire from flat, not the fastest, but less hassle than a wired pump that connects to your car's 12V accessory socket. It's also great for motorbikes. There's a soft carry bag, but usefully the flexible pipe is stored in the side of the unit and adapters are stowed in the base, so you can use it to pump up footballs and other things, and there's less chance of losing them than pumps which don't have slots for these things. There's an LCD display on the front and easy-to-understand buttons. You can choose 4 press-it pressures and the RTC 200 will stop when that pressure is reached. It'll also display pressure when attached to a tire, so you can use it to check pressures, as well as inflate it. Comes with a drinks bottle holder that's designed to be attached to the mounting holes present on most bikes. And there's an LED light for use in the dark. There's even a USB port so you can charge up your phone or another device. Number 2. Pure Highway 400 DAB Radio. Found in a lot of new cars, but likely lacking from older models, is DAB radio. This is the digital equivalent of FM and brings not simply audio quality improvements, but also a much wider choice of stations and some handy extra features. Pure's Highway 400 offers an easy way to add DAB radio to your existing car stereo, even if it doesn't have an aux input. It gets power from your cigarette lighter socket, and you simply run a wire up to the top of the windscreen, just like a dash cam for the antenna. As well as DAB, it also has Bluetooth, so you can play music from your phone through your car stereo. And if you install the Pure Go app, you can also use your phone's assistant. Everything you need is included in the box: the DAB receiver, an adhesive antenna, a long cable for power, and routing the audio to your aux input, and a wireless control unit. Unless you read it carefully, the manual doesn't provide adequate warning that you shouldn't install the aerial on your windscreen if it has heating wires or UV filters, but either of these will interfere with the signal. Number 1. Viofo A129 Duo. If you buy only one gadget for your car, it should be a dash cam. This records video constantly while you drive, providing a reliable witness if something unfortunate happens. Our top pick is the Viofo A129 Duo, as it combines good image quality with the features you need, and the price includes a rear-facing camera as well. If you want to use the parking mode to capture incidents when you're not in your car, you'll need to use the hardwire kit, which takes power from your car's fuse box. That isn't as difficult as it sounds, but you may prefer to pay someone to install that for you. For alternative choices, read our full roundup of the best dash cams. While not the most feature-packed dash cam, the A129 has all the essentials, including GPS, a G sensor, and parking mode. There's Wi-Fi should you want to use the companion app and download videos to your phone, but it's not necessary. To use it, you have to hold down the power button for 5 seconds, and it's the same process to disable Wi-Fi. What we really like is that the A129 Duo does the basics well and doesn't add unnecessary features and frills. It also puts the same sensor and lens in both cameras, so you don't have to compromise on the quality of the rear-facing video, which a lot of rivals do, and having the rear camera doesn't reduce the quality of the front camera. A 129 Duo records the road front and rear in 1080p Full HD. Dual-channel 140 degrees wide angle achieves a broader view. f1.6 aperture 7 elements glass lens captures rich details and vivid colors. License plates could be captured much more clearly. 129 Duo applies 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz dual-band Wi-Fi, which could transmit in 2 different standard frequency ranges to avoid wireless interference. A more stable Wi-Fi signal and faster Wi-Fi speed bring blazing speed for file transfer.